How to raise your self awareness by the knowing doing gap. How to raise your self awareness by the use of the knowing doing gap. Hi, my name is Siege Nagels, and I am a transformational mentor. And yesterday, in the teaching class with my clients, we were talking about the knowing doing gap. And why is this important about knowing about the knowing doing gap in the first place? Well, let me ask you a question. Have you ever experienced that you said, yes, I will make sure this happens, and you didn't show up to that? Type one in the comments. Have you ever experienced that you said you would forward some valuable information to a person who really needed it, and you didn't move forward with it? You didn't send it? Type two in the chat. Or also, when it comes to yourself, that you have a problem, that you have a promise with yourself, and when the moment comes and you have the time, you're not doing it. Something that you actually really would benefit from, and you just don't do it. Type three in the comments. And you might wondering, okay, so why do I need to know about this? Because it's not common to talk about this. Why? Because it gives people receive a feeling of shame of it. They don't want to talk about it. They try to avoid it when it takes too long, instead of showing up and saying like, hey, I know I'm too late, yet here's the information, thank you for your patience. People avoid taking action after a while because they don't know how to explain that they're actually not happy with this behavior, yet they did it, and then they just like to push it aside. Oh, perhaps they forget, or perhaps they forgot already, or perhaps it's not that important after all, or they will come up with a solution anyway, right? All these things that you tell yourself, oh, it's not what I contribute is not that valuable. It's okay, right? Did you hear some of the reasoning that you tell yourself as well? When you did hear something, and type me in the comments, because I want you to know all of us have habits that are not supportive to where we want to go. Any single one of us, all right? Also, the ones who are extremely effective with their time, they overcame that trait. So, how do you overcome it? First, you have to be honest. Honest to yourself in the first place. No, not anybody else, right? People might reach out to you about it, yet, you know, they help you to become aware. In the first place, it's you being honest to yourself, really questioning, like, oh, first, seeing the pattern. And then, secondly, like, wait a minute, I am not doing what I actually told I would be doing. How does this come to pass? And this comes to habituated behavior. Habituated behavior. People might ask you, so why do you do that? And you're just like, I don't know. All right. And it's only when you say, stop, wait a minute. I want to understand what's happening with me, inside of me. Then you will come to answers. How many of you, let me ask you a question. How many of you get up in the morning and the first thing you do is take your phone and scroll the internet. And not even that, just starting to read your email or watching the news, reading the papers. And in the morning, when you just had your beauty sleep, right? Your brain is just like this empty slate, you just have this, wow, you rested, even though it's for, I don't know how many hours you sleep, 5 hours, 8 hours. It doesn't matter. You were able to rest. You have this clean slate for just a few moments, and then you're allowing yourself to get your mind full at the highest velocity possible. And then all of a sudden, you remind yourself of your problems of the day before, the discussions, the things you want to change, the things you're challenged by, and all of a sudden, it weighs you down again, right? So this is habituated behavior. When you're not aware that you're doing it, it might result in a tremendous break for you moving forward, right? Some people say, like, oh, there's so many problems in the world already. It's easier if I just focus on what society expects from me, show up to that, and I'm good. Well, then this video is not for you. Or perhaps this video is for you because you want to change it and you're still unconscious about it, that you want to change it. So if you're still listening and say, like, yes, I recognize this, and actually I want to move forward with this, how can I change this? Okay, so imagine if that you are aware of patterns that are keeping you small, that you are aware of patterns that having a big impact on how you use the time during your day, or have a big impact on the way you allow yourself to be distracted by social media or by the news, by your colleagues, by your family, by your friends. You might be wanna there for them. You might be wanna, yeah, there for them. Yet it drains you, and it comes down to you not prioritizing yourself, right? So this knowing doing gap has to do with unconsciously things that make you discomfortable. Perhaps you have fear for success. You might say, fear for success, does that even exist? Yes, because you have to show up in a bigger way. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to get skilled at things that you don't know yet how to do. When you send the email and the person says yes, then you have to show up to yourself at another level. Unconsciously, you might say, like, I don't know how to show up to that new version of me. And then so you're not moving forward on the action. Or you should be doing things, and then it comes with growth, it comes with transformation, and you're not familiar to what the outcome may be. So you may question yourself, is this really for me? And all this happens on a deeper subconscious level. So imagine that you're able to change that. Imagine that you know how to support yourself and to reach out to those people of which wow, when we work together, we create impact. We help people. We move forward on such a deep level that people are able to benefit. Imagine if that this is how you contribute to the world, right? And it wasn't until that I experienced it as well. And it wasn't until that I really got to understand about the knowing doing gap taught by Bob Proctor. And Bob Proctor, he shared in many videos how his behavior was not matching his expectation. And he didn't really know where this came from or how to deal with it. And when it was only not happening in school, but also it happened on the area of his work, and it also happened in his personal relationship with his wife, that he said, I need to change this. I need to change this because this cannot be ruling my life. I cannot be controlled by this. I am the one who is desiring to be in charge. Where does this come from? All right. So it has to do with your conscious and subconscious mind, with habituated behavior. You know, what is your values, your beliefs, your habits, how you see the world, how you perceive the world, the renderings you make of your interpretations of what's happening to you. All of that has an impact. So we keep ourselves small because we are taught how to keep ourselves small. So now let's see how you in this video are able to change this for yourself. Are you ready? Do you have pen and paper? All right. Because I want you to make two columns. Two columns. Paper. You divide the paper into, well, you could do it the other direction as well. Okay. Then here you write the, let me write it down for you. Non-productive actions. Yes, oh my God, non-productive actions. Scrolling social media for too long instead of setting a timer of 10 minutes and then moving forward. All right. Can be anything, right? Just reading the newspapers, watching thousand memes on the internet. I don't know what people do, right? I guess I don't want to know. The thing is, I want you to know, what are you doing that is not supporting yourself? All right. Eating things you know you don't want to eat because you're actually on a diet. Perhaps you know that if you don't show up to specific actions early in the morning, you know that you're going to be challenged to fulfill them during your day. Write that down. Some people say, like, perhaps I am doubting myself over and over again, or I allow myself to be overwhelmed mm, in by people who are not that valuable to me, in the sense of they don't impact my life actually on such a way. Why is it that I allow myself to be distracted? So it can be many, many things. I allow people just to take up my time, or I allow to be too much available for people who, um, yeah, just come to you with problems. And when it comes to you and prioritizing yourself, you just have to figure it out. Many, many, many things. All right. You might have this habit of smoking, of drinking, of drugs, because you actually want to numb things out. and then the time you need to recover from it is actually taking away all your effort, your power to show up to yourself more regularly, um, in a supportive way. Many, many, many things. Or just stepping into discussions with people. Some people just love to discuss and spend their time like that, or annoy people, right? It doesn't matter what it is. I just want you to become aware about your own non productive actions. All right. And they will tell you something. They will tell you something. Then, in the second column, write like this: productive actions. You change them. All right. Perhaps when you're running in circles and you experience the same pattern over and over and over again, perhaps it's really important for you that you make a decision that something needs to change. What needs to change? Actually, deep down in your heart, you know what needs to change. Deep down, you actually know. So go to that spot and be brutally honest with yourself and say, like, hey, actually, those people, it's not a good environment. I need to change my job. Or you might say, like, I lose so much valuable time in the morning by reaching over to my neighbor or to my friends, showing that I'm available and not prioritizing my own needs by taking care of my own needs first. There's many, many, many things. Not going to bed on time, not showing up to your own promises to go to the gym, to eat healthy, to support your body, to do your practices. Perhaps you want to meditate daily and you don't get to it because in the morning you don't pinpoint your moment. Then write down productive action, pinpoint my moment in my agenda, and set aside 20 minutes for my practice. And showing up to the stability that you know you will receive from prioritizing that action. It can be quitting smoking, and quitting smoking can be perhaps too big of a change or a transformation at once. So you might say, okay, I'm looking to find another habit that when I feel this urge to smoke or to join a person who's smoking, to do something else, to drink a glass of water, I don't know, to jump up 20 times. It doesn't matter. Or listening to your favorite song, close your eyes and start dancing, and taking allow your imagination to take you to the beach where you had a wonderful moment with a specific person. Just find your means to have your own pattern interrupt, or to commit to yourself, okay, I'm done, I'm finished with this negative habit, this needs to change. And then allow yourself to bridge this gap by you being brutally honest. And if you need to get skilled, then make sure you ask for help, right? So for a long time, can I share with you an example of myself? All right. So for a long time, when I started the first journey of being a visual artist, I was not aware of money making actions. I thought that by showing up on social media, by having a website, and by working on your website, that it seems obvious, of course, when you are aware. This is the power of awareness. Yet I thought by working on my website, it allowed people to enter my website, discover me, and then say like, "Hey, wow, um, I love your artwork. Let me buy this piece of you." Right? That would be like sort of common. Yet that's not the way it is. As a visual artist, you reach out to curators, to gallery holders, to really represent yourself, to show your portfolio, to reach out to art advisors, and to promote your artwork, not only on social media, not only on your website. It's good that people can find you, yet that's when you put too much effort and cost into that, all the money is already gone instead of you investing in how you're able to sell your art. And selling your art and asking for sales is a total different skill. It's money making, and it's you cannot compare it to working on your website and posting on social media. All right. So I share this with you because I know for the creative scene, it's a sort of blind spot. All right. And it was a blind spot for me. And this is um, one knowing doing gap that I overcame myself. And of course, the impact is tremendous. All right. Everything started to change once I was aware. I could choose my actions, I could really support myself, I could really promote my art, and I could really create the sales. So, this is the power of, wait a minute, the knowing doing gap. So, if you think you have learned something from this, and when you know that you want to be taking action, then write it in the comments and say action, and allow yourself to do this exercise for you and commit to taking those productive actions. And I'm extremely curious for the ones who are committed, for the ones who are serious, for the ones who take action, that when you have been taking the action and when your result changed because of the different action you took, that you come back to this video and that you share with me and with all of us here what the impact was by applying this information. Because everything is implementation. You might know it, you still have to walk the talk, right? Also, by teaching this as a facilitator, I apply this. Sure, this is how you create results that you want. This is how you get closer to your desired outcomes, by supporting yourself deliberately, by getting aware of the patterns and really diving deep and moving forward, allowing yourself to grow and to overcome this. So, if you got any value from this video, give it a thumbs up, write something in the comments, okay? And share this with friends and family of which you know, hey, they need to hear about this because this is mind blowing information. I know it changed my life tremendously. And I am very, how do you say, excited, delighted to guide you with this information. This information is implementation, is impactful, it is transforming your life when you're ready to do the work. All right. All right. So my name is Siggy Nagels, and I am very dedicated to get you clear in your soul's calling and how you can live your personal freedom. And if you are the one that is already taking action and live purposefully, know that I can help you to get extremely effective at what it is that you're achieving. So there's a bell sign, click it, and you can subscribe to my channel. So every time when a new video comes out, you are notified and you get all the implementations so you can guard yourself to be in charge of your own life. That's it. Talk to you very soon. Have a wonderful day and see you soon. Bye. Watch my other videos.